Martinsville Speedway in Martinsville, Virginia is the location for stop number 29 on the Castrol GTX Cup Series, as we're here today for the running of the Goody's Fast Relief 500. As we're set for 75 laps of racing on this .526 mile racetrack, a track that, if you look overhead, that looks almost like a paperclip. But we are here today for for today's race. And here's the starting lineup for today's running event. On the pole, it is Jessica Shelton in car number 9. In fact, it's an all-Ford front row. Alongside of her is Charles Sanford in car number 90. Second row sees Kyle Matthews and Kev Shear in the second row. 43 here. Matthews in 43, Shear in 71. Kyle's won once this season, that being the Daytona 500. And Kev's won at Martinsville and Talladega. The first Martinsville race, I should say, too. And the first race at Talladega, so Kev's going for the Martinsville sweep. Third row is Matt McIntyre in 44 and Quentin Moore in 26. Next row down has number 52, Seth Cole, and 98, Zach Rogers. Next row down sees Levi McIntyre in 17 and number 1, Trent Dunham. Then it's Dylan Young in number 2 and Phil Parker in car number 5. Next row is Keith Batson in number 21 and Cole Deaver in car number 3. Both of them having car cameras in today's race. Jessica Shelton has her third camera, by the way. Next row has car number 7, Mike Becker, and number 27, Stephen Cullen. Next row down has 22, Dylan Potey, and number 70, Mitchell Collins. Next row down has number 66, Johnny Gardner. He's alongside number 8, it is Matt Haas. Next row down has car number 28, Joshua Osborne, and number 89, James Sykes. Then it's number 33, Jacob Thibodeau. He has the inside of this row. And number 40, and I should say the number 4 car is alongside of him. That's William Brock. Next one down is number 16, Nathan Hudson. And one number down, number 15, Kat Batson sits alongside. Next one down has number 48, Jesse Turner. And number 41, Colton Schwartz. Next one down has number 97, Laura Chung. And number 12, Ryan George. Then it's number 84, Zachary Fitzwater on the inside. And number 55, Rob Evans on the outside of the row. Next one down has number 64, Jay Jefferson, and number 88, Aaron Macklin. Next one down has number 47, Zed Weinstein, and number 51, Jordan Anderson. Then it's number 67, Chelsea Bowles, and number 14, Daniel Bouchard. Next one down has number 11, Zach Winkle, and number 0, Shea Derryman. Starting a shotgun field, big car number 75, Travis Furnace. He's driving a Simon Eyes Pontiac. So the field lined up for field of 41 cars lined up for 75 laps of racing here at Martinsville Speedway here as we're about to get the command of fire the engines, which will be coming up right about now. Let's listen in.
3, 2, 1, gentlemen, start your engines.
That's ladies and gentlemen, start your engines, because there's a woman on the pole of this race. So that would be, Field's commands to begin the fire the engines here as the field rolls off on the front stretch to begin the pace lap here. We'll be back for the start of the race right after this. Pace car's already ducked off on the pit road here as the field rolls through turns 3 and 4. As the field being led in the hands of Jessica Shelton and Charles Sanford. Green flag flies, and the Goody's Buddy Paint 500 is underway here at Martinsville. Jessica Shelton leads the first lap of this race here. Kyle Matthews in second position. Third is Sanford. Fourth position right now is Kev Shear, trying for fourth. Inside of Matt McIntyre in the 44 car. Number 52, Seth Cole to the low side. Seth is the points leader coming into this race here, and he ballooned his point lead after the race at Dover, the last race we brought to you on the tour. Seth runs in 6th position. Levi McIntyre's in 7th. 8th position right now is Quentin Moore. 9th is Zach Rogers, trying for 8th now. And Trent Dunham runs in 10th position right now as they come through turns number 3 and 4. You notice a lot of these cars are in third gear, as you say. Well, some of them actually have gone into fourth gear. Some of them have. Excuse me. Rogers now on the outside of Quentin Moore now for positioners. Quentin moves to the low side. He's trying to keep 8th position. Rogers running in 9th. Mentioned Dunham is in 10th position. 11th is Deaver. 12th right now is Phil Parker. Battle for 13th between Keith Batson and Dylan Young. Inside with Keith Batson in car number 21. That's a look from inside Keith Batson's view right there. That's the way how you drive the track at Martinsville. Long straightaways and very tight hairpin turns. That's what this track is all about here. The straightaways are about maybe 800 feet long. Batson runs 14th position right now. Young's in 13th. 15th is the Mike Becker car, number 7. The car number 7. Johnny Gardner 16th, 17th is Poteet. Cullen is in 18th, 19th, trying for 19th, I should say, is Jacob Thibodeau inside of Joshua Osborne. Osborne winner twice this season. He won at Indianapolis, and he also won the second stop at Michigan this season. Thibodeau goes to the low side, tries to take position away there, but falls in behind at the moment here, and one car going in the pits looks like Ryan George. Yes, it is Ryan George in car number 12. He is on pit road for an unscheduled pit stop. And we'll see if it's any problem or not on a number 12 Chevrolet. Completing the 9th lap of this race, completing the 12 laps completed in this race already. Jessica Shelton is now your leader of this race. Still your leader, I should say. Second is still Matthews. Third is still Sanford. Matt McIntyre is now taking 4th from Kev Shearer for position right there. As we'll see if Matt McIntyre. We'll see if Ryan George has come off pit road now. Nope, Ryan George is out of the race. And we were being reported it's a camshaft failure on the number 12 Budweiser Chevrolet. It's not Ryan George out of the race, so one of Kev Shearer's drivers out early here at Martinsville. About to complete the 14th lap of this race here. Jessica Shelton still out in front, averaging right now 90.323 miles per hour. Her last lap at 90.99. As they come off turn number 2 here. Now you jump on board with Jessica Shelton in car number 9, and this is what a driver likes to see out of view from it. This is what a driver likes to see. This is the view the driver likes to see all race long. Nothing. Into turn number 3, she comes here down about maybe 4,800 RPMs in the middle of 3 and 4, and up to about 8,700 into turn number 1. So everybody's staying single file at this point through the first few spots here, and everybody's pulling ahead of a few cars. Here's the battle going on right now. Dylan Young and Phil Parker going for 12th position right now. That's Young in the 2 to the inside. He's got 12th right now, and Parker hung up on the outside. Meantime, Keith Batson trying to get by the 7 car of Mike Becker. So that's 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th on your screen right there. Ooh, off turn number 2 they come. Parker now goes back by Dylan Young right now as they go through turn number 2, or turn number 4, excuse me. Young tries to get past on the outside of the racetrack here, but nothing doing for the time being here as they come out turn number 4. And Parker keeps 12th position right now. Dylan Young doing pretty good. They're doing a good job. They're hanging on the outside of the racetrack here at Martinsville Speedway. The inside lane, though, still the preferred groove to go right now, and that's where Parker's at right now. Meantime, Batson trying to move inside of Mike Becker for a position right there, and Becker gets loose going into number 1. Completely missed the corner, and Keith Batson moves inside. Now you got 2 by 2, 2 rows deep. Off into turn number 3 they come here, or turn number 1. Batson gets by Becker for 14th position here. Now Johnny Gardner tries for 16th on Dylan Putty, but here comes, and watch that move by Becker. He moves back inside of Batson's car and says, "I saw that," and he'll take position back on Batson now. So some good battling going on in the middle of the pack here at Martinsville Speedway, as we're now as we'll be completing the 24th lap of this race here. In the meantime, Batson, here he comes back to the inside of Becker right now for position. And it's bringing several cars into this mix right there. Trying to get in on the fun here. Now Gardner moves to the inside of Becker's car now for position. Gardner in 66, Becker in 7, and Poteet trying to go outside of Gardner now. And Johnny moves inside. He'll take position away from Becker. That's 15th position he just took. In the meantime, Stephen Cullen now trying to do the same thing on Joshua Osborne. Osborne up the high side. Low side goes the 27 car of Cullen. Cullen has that position. That's for 18th. So Cullen takes position, but here comes Osborne back inside again in that 28 car, much like we saw Mike Becker do to Keith Batson. Goes back down the low side of the racetrack here. Osborne takes a spot back here, but now Cullen gets loose right there, missed the corner right there in turn number 1, and now inside goes the 16 car of Nathan Hudson, and he loses out on that move right there. In the meantime, Becker trying to get back by Johnny Gardner here. That's for 15th position. Meantime, Batson and Phil Parker now trying to battle it out for 13th position right now. Dylan Young's got already pulled ahead and said, "See you," and now Cole Deaver, we look at him right now in the 3 car. He runs in 11th spot, trying to close up on the 1 car of Trent Dunham. meantime, nothing has changed up front. It is still Jessica Shelton out in front. She now close up on the back of the 0 car of Shea Dairyman. He is the last car on the lead lap in 40th position right now. Remember, only one car's out of the race. That's Ryan George in the number 12 Budweiser car. Shelton's won at this track many times before in our offline racing. Off into turn number 1 they go here as they cars up ahead of her battling for position right there. That's Jordan Anderson in the 51 car trying to get by Aaron Macklin in 88. Shea Dairyman trying to get by Anderson. Meantime, Shelton's pulled up in the back bumper of that 0 car. And Kyle Matthews, seeing all this, is now close up in the back, trying to close up in the back of Shelton's car, which is darn near have right now. See what happens in turn number 1 here. Dairyman stays stuck on that low side. Through turns 3 and 4 they come here. Dairyman moves inside of the 51 car of Anderson, but nothing doing right now. All these drivers know one little slip and the guy behind is already by you. And Shelton moves up to the high side. Matthews to the low side now as they come off turn number 4. Not that time right there. 37 laps in the books. We're almost halfway home. This will be 38 in the books on this lap here. So 38's halfway point of here at Martinsville. And Dairyman will go a lap down as they go through turn number 3 and 4. So that's going to give Shelton a slight bit of breathing room, but not much. So 38 laps in the books and 37 laps remaining here. Dairyman moves back to the low side of Shelton's car. And it's going to kick Shelton to the high side here. This is the high side here, and both Kyle Matthews and Charles Sanford licking their chops right now. Well, I was going to say Matthews was licking his chops right there and trying to take the lead from Shelton, but well, he may still do so. Through turns 3 and 4 they come here. Sanford goes to the low side of Matthews, loose out on that battle again. .28 of a second between the front 2 cars here. Now Shelton's on the high side. Here comes Matthews to the low side through turns into turn number 3. And he's got position right now through turns 3 and 4. It goes behind Dairyman's car here. Now they're side by side for the lead now, the 9 and the 43. And Shelton goes up the track again here. Matthews to the low side once again through turns 1 and 2, I should say. Doesn't know what Charles Sanford's going to do back there in that number 90 car. No, Sanford's going to go to the low side now on Matthews' car for the second position. That's the narrative you have it. You usually have at Martinsville. Catching them is one thing, but passing them is a whole other story. Third turns number 1 and 2 they come again. Again, Shelton out in front. Here comes Matthews back to the inside. Nothing doing. Matt McIntyre in 4th position, I should say, excuse me. And 5th is Kev Shearer. McIntyre is in 6th position, or was. Well, he's now taking 5th position now from Kev Shearer. And he now falls under the clutches of Zach Rogers. Zach gives Kev the bump. And Rogers goes up to 6th position now in the number 98 car. Shearer down to 7th. Seth Cullen 8th. Quentin Moore 9th. And 10th is Trent Dunham. As they're starting to battle all over the place now for position. Now I'm amazed with how long Shelton's held the lead on the high side of the track there when Dairyman on the low side. You'd think with Dairyman to the low side, he'd already zipped by Shelton for the unlap himself though, but there's a couple times Shelton has almost lost a lead to Kyle Matthews, but now Matthews about to lose second position to Charles Sanford for the spot. And here comes Charles back to the low side. Matthews to the outside here, side by side for turn number 3. And now Levi McIntyre trying to take fourth position from Matt McIntyre, no relation to Levi. As he comes off turn number 4, and Levi takes fourth now from Matt. And meantime, Kev Shirza has gotten back by Zach Rogers. But Matt McIntyre says, "You've led me for a while now, Levi, and I'm gonna take the spot back from you." And Matt McIntyre back up the fourth spot now. And meantime, Comet just gave Charles Sanford the bump in the turn number 1, and Kyle goes back to second now. So some tremendous racing now happening at Martinsville, all because of the lap traffic here, really. But at least now we're getting some action going here. In the meantime, Seth Cole's now dropped to 10th position now as Trent Dunham's gotten by him. Check the fast lap race so far here. Fast lap race so far is being set by Kyle Matthews at 91.545 miles an hour. You're looking at him right now. Jessica Shelton, the leader, is the third fast lap at 91.425. Her and Matt McIntyre both at that same speed. And here comes Matthews to the low side for the lead on Shelton again. Dairyman will not get out of her way, and I tell you what, this is, like I said, it's a wonder why we not had a chance for the lead just yet there. But this is, I feel we may not be long. I feel that we may not be far from it. Off turn number 4, they come here. Shelton leads another lap here. In the turn number 3, Matthews to the low side. He's going to stay to the low side on Dairyman as they go through turns 3 and 4. And now back to the lows. And now back to the low side goes Charles Sanford for second place here. There's see him in the 90. And nothing doing right there for position right there. Meantime, Levi McIntyre trying to go back to the inside of Matt McIntyre for fourth position now. Coming by, start finish line this time by will be 20 laps remaining here at Martinsville Speedway. And Matthews gets kicked up the track by Charles Sanford as they go into turn number 1. But Matthews holds position for the time being here. Back down the low side goes Sanford, I should say it goes Seth Cole. Meantime, Dylan Young trying to take position from Cole Deaver. That's for 11th spot. And he's got it, so Dylan Young takes 11th in the Red Rubens Buick. In the meantime, Deaver. Look, and Deaver goes to the inside. Watch that move by Cole Deaver, that Wrangler Chevy, as he goes to the low side. He takes 11th position back from Dylan Young. I don't know. Jessica Shelton maybe in the best spot to be in right now because she's hung up on the outside of, even though she's hung up on the outside of Dairyman's car though, but. Yeah, all those guys. It seems like all those guys that are behind Shelton there on the trying to go to the inside lane has not been able to get by the zero car. The zero car maybe maybe a better car than we thought right there. It's might be running 40th position right now. And Dairyman's still trying to unlap himself and come on the inside lane there. Like I said, you'd think he'd already been gotten by Shelton right now at this point, though. And it is, and I would imagine it is kind of frustrating for some of the drivers, too, that whether you're in front of them or behind. And now Matt McIntyre takes 4th position back from Levi McIntyre. Kev Shear watching all this in 6th position. Dunham in 7th. 8th is Rogers. 9th is Moore. 10th is now Seth Cole. Dylan Young is 11th. 12th is Cole Deaver. 13th is Keith Batson. 14th is Phil Parker. 15th right now is Johnny Gardner. And it's Poteet 16th. 17th is Mike Becker. 18th is Osborne. 19th is Cullen. And 20th is Nathan Hudson with Jesse Turner behind him in 21st. And meantime, here comes McIntyre to the low side. That's Levi again, number 17. Inside of 44, Matt McIntyre for 3rd spot, or for 4th spot, I should say, rather. A pair of Chevrolets here. Battling for position, and Levi takes position for the time being at this point, but Matt stays on the high side now, and now Kev Shear goes low on Matt McIntyre for position, trying for 5th. And here comes Matt to the inside, and here it comes to the inside, a crossover move again. Like we've seen a lot of crossovers here at Martinsville. And Matt takes this position back again. 10 laps remaining. That complete lap number 65. But this is the race. This is the race up front. They're trying for the win here at Martinsville Speedway. Kyle Mendes has been staying behind Shelton for a while. And Shelton, meantime, cannot shake off that number 0 car, Shea Dairyman. Down the low side goes Matthews. They come off turn number 4. No dice for the time being here as Shelton completes another lap. That's number 67 down in the books. Here comes Matthews to the low side on Shelton for the lead. Down the low side goes Kyle Mendes. You're watching from the back end of Shelton's car. Kyle goes to the inside of Shelton for the lead again. But Jess has that high lane working to her advantage. Oh, baby. This is going to be good. Matthews comes to the inside again on Shelton as they come off turn number 2. He stays in behind Dairyman, or tries to at least. Matthews goes low. Here he comes. He's going to try to go side by side with Shelton off to number 4. 5 to go. Off turn number 2 they come here. Shea Dairyman trying not to finish a lap down here at Martinsville, and he's got the determination to try to do so here. As they come to the start-finish line here, Dairyman starts to pull ahead of Shelton. In the meantime, Levi McIntyre's taking third spot for Charles Sanford. Off turn number 4 they come here. Matthews at the high side, McIntyre to the low side now. And Levi, meantime, moves Kyle up the track. But Kyle Matthews maintains position for the time being here. Off turn number 4 to be coming down for 2 laps remaining. Margin is 0.2 of a second between the front 2 cars here. Dairyman pulls back ahead of Shelton off turn number 2. But Shelton's got the high line to her advantage. As they come off turn number 4, the white flag waves. 1 lap remaining here at Martinsville. Does Kyle Matthews have anything to get past Shelton on the last lap? Off turn number 2 here, Shelton moves up the high side here. She floors the throttle on that Thunderbird. As she goes to the inside, Matthews comes to the low side. Here they come up, turn number 4. Does Matthews get her to the start-finish line? No, he does not. Jessica Shelton wins the Goody's Body Paint. The Goody's Fast Relief 500 here at Martinsville. Wow, what a finish that was here. Matthews wound her up, fired it in there in turn number 3. I thought he was going to get her to the start-finish line, possibly, but that was quite a race to the start-finish line as Jessica Shelton wins here at Martinsville by about a full car length over Kyle Matthews. In a tremendous race to the finish. Shelton starts for the pole, leads every lap, but boy, not without a challenge from the leaders here, and we got pace car's lights were on. I don't know what was on. Mike Becker just hit the end of the pit wall. Okay. Mike apparently was not pleased with his finishing position in this race here. Well, Becker finished 16th. I don't know what was going. I don't know what his problem was there, but. But a big win it is for Jessica Shelton as she wins the Goody's Fast Relief 500 here at Martinsville Speedway. It is her 3rd victory of the season, and excuse me. It is her 3rd win of the season here. Kyle Matthews comes home 2nd. Levi McIntyre was 3rd. 4th was Charles Sanford. 5th place will go to Kev Shearer. 6th to Matt McIntyre. 7th to Zach Rogers. Quentin Moore 8th. 9th will go to Trent Dunham. And 2nd will go to Kyle Matthews. 3rd will go to McIntyre, Levi McIntyre. Then Sanford, Shearer, Matt McIntyre, Rogers, Quentin Moore, Dunham, and Seth Cole, the top 10. Rest of the finishing order for you here. Dylan Young was 11th. Cole Deaver 12th. Keith Batson 13th. Johnny Gardner comes home 14th. Dylan Poteet 15th. Mike Becker 16th. Joshua Osborne 17th. Bill Parker 18th. 19th will go to Stephen Cullen. And 20th will go to Jesse Turner. Mitchell Collins 21st. Then Nathan Hudson, James Sykes, Jacob Thibodeau, Zachary Fitzwater 25th. Then Laura Chung, Colton Schwartz, Matt Haas, William Brock. Excuse me. Kat Batson, Jay Jefferson, Zed Weinstein, Chelsea Bowles, Travis Furness was 34th, then Rob Evans 35th, Danny Bouchard, Zach Winkle, Jordan Anderson, Aaron Macklin, and Shay Derryman was unfortunately for him 1 lap down at race's end. And so that's how this race ended here at Martinsville Speedway here, and congratulations again to Jessica Shelton as she wins the Goody's Fast Relief 500. And she has won here, and don't know what it is about Martinsville that she likes, but this track really likes her driving style. Now, averaging 89.413 miles per hour. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything in the channel. We got NRSs, we got gaming videos, we got NR online videos. We got whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires for his channel. Be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series on his channel as well too. I'll guarantee he does his race a whole lot better than what I have to offer as well too. And don't forget, we also got 2 other NNSCRA series in this. We got 2 other NNSCRA series that's in existence as well too, from Dylan Young's channel X8675309808X. It's the NNSCRA T-Mobile Cup Series, and from Levi McIntyre's channel ThrashManiac99. It's the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series, so be sure to subscribe to those 2 channels, and they'll get you going on the series respectively as well too. And also check out their channels as well too, because they got some pretty good stuff on there too. And not to mention, check out this channel as well too, as we mentioned as well, the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. So yeah, I'm making no sense in my promos anymore. Anyway, that will do it here today at Martinsville Speedway here. For now, this is James Goss. This has been a production of the NNSCRA. Offline racing at its best. We'll see you at the Brushy Mountains on North Wilkesboro for the Holly Farms 400.